Hey, church, it's Pastor Steve, and I just got done with day 3 of our Free Methodist Bishops Seeking God Through Prayer and Fasting initiative, daily devotional, and wanted to just keep encouraging you to join us in this month, the month of September's focus on intentional prayer and fasting. I signed up through email. I just went to the denominational website, fmcusa.org, and I clicked on Seeking Together Call to Faithful Prayer and signed up for the daily emails. So every day I get an email like this, and it just offers an insight to prepare me for the day. It offers a video link to that particular day's leader, bishop, superintendent, or denominational leader, and some prayer prompts to guide me through the day. You might prefer social media, and you can go to Facebook and just search for FMC USA or National Prayer Ministries FMC, NMP FMC, and you can get the daily updates that way. Or you can just go directly to the website and have it pop up there. And the same listing of every day's devotionals will be available for you. But I also wanted to highlight this is a 2-part focus. We're spending each day praying, being guided in prayer and devotion through our denominational leaders, but we're also being invited to fast. And we've had some questions about fasting. Does that mean, we're supposed to not eat anything for the month of September? Does that mean we're giving up food for September? What does that look like? And our bishops have given us some guidance, but also some freedom to pick and choose how we might fast. You can see on the website, there's a guide to fasting that's available. We have printed copies of that same guide available at the church. But our bishops have identified 3 areas where many of us might struggle to know the fullness of God's presence and to lean into God, and then have invited us to fast in those 3 areas. So maybe for you, it's a struggle of focus, and God's inviting you to set aside those things that might distract you on a regular basis, so you can try to focus more on God's presence and God's goodness. Maybe it's things that just occupy your time and space, and you're going to just try to step away from those things to let God's presence occupy more of that space in September. Or maybe it's just the things that sustain you, things like food, and you're going to try to hunger more for God this month, and you're going to fast from maybe lunch, maybe from breakfast and lunch, maybe from a certain food item. But we're invited. What are those things that keep you from really leaning into the fullness of God's presence? Sounds an awful lot like our Margin sermon series. What are the things related to relationships or attention or schedules that pull our focus away from God? How do we fast from those things so that there's more room for God to be speaking, working, leading us? So for instance, in September, I'm joining our good friend Dwayne Neely in fasting from sweets and hungering for more of God in the midst of those desires to satisfy my cravings. I'm fasting from social media in the evenings, so I spend less time looking at reels and more time leaning into what maybe reading and doing more Bible study, spending more time in prayer. And I'm just trying to think of what are those things that might keep me from really being blessed by the fullness of God's presence this month. How can I step away from those and step into more of God's goodness? So maybe for you, it's just one particular area that would require fasting. Maybe it's a little bit from each of those areas. We are available to talk. We commend these resources to you, but we really hope that you're just being blessed already as we join in this season, praying for repentance this week. Next week, we'll be praying for renewal in our church. We'll follow that up with a desire and prayer for the emerging generation, and then we'll pray for the leaders in our church and community and society. So what a great opportunity for us. I hope you're already being blessed by it. If you haven't started yet, feel free to join in now, and let's make September a month to remember because of how much God has worked in our midst. Thank you, church. See you soon. Bye.